both giddy about the ability that Barack Obama was going to become president of the United States. Now, 8 years later, he's about to leave. Your thoughts about his legacy?
Well, I'm very, very happy because I think the world made history in electing Barack Obama. Actually, not the world that elected him, but I think it shined through the world. And I really believe the United States made history big time by electing their first African American president. That was unprecedented, and I think also that we made a lot of advancement, socially and job-wise, and in so many areas. I mean, that was great. That was a great time, and then we felt the hope throughout the 8 years. We felt something. I mean, it was not a perfect presidency. I don't think there is such a thing as a perfect era or perfect presidency. However, I believe we're better off than 8 years ago. Now that we have we have a brand new president elect in the United States that is really unconventional and different, that's for sure that my hope has taken a dip there. But I still believe that America will rise again somehow, because America is a strong, a strong nation. This being said, I think 2016 was great for us too, because we now have a liberal government, a young leader in Justin Trudeau, which is very great, and an optimistic future for us. And regardless of whether you're liberal or not, it's just good to have some fresh blood there, and then some youth represented as well. And I like the fact that he put a lot of diversity in his cabinet. You have a lot of women and a lot of visible minority people, so that is great for Canada. And I'm so happy for so many things to come. Even though, the environment is not going better, according to the scientists, and so many other things are not perfect. But I think we have a lot of things to cheer for. So.
Well, okay, so 2017 is going to be a very big year in Canada and Montreal. And fittingly enough, we have a prime minister, as you mentioned before, whose motto is sunny ways. Are you optimistic that Canada will have a terrific 2017 as it celebrates its 150th birthday?
Totally. I think the best is yet to come for Canada. I think we just elected a brilliant young man as our prime minister. I believe he's a guy that definitely supports values and fosters diversity everywhere, even in his cabinet. So I'm very, very optimistic and happy about that. And it's also a great year it's going to be a great year for Montreal, celebrating its 375th anniversary. So I'm very, very happy and honored to be sitting on the board of the Société de Célébration of the 375th anniversary of Montreal. So a lot of great things coming for Montreal and for Canada as a whole. So I think, we're getting more diverse. We're getting, more of a social, united family, and that was demonstrated when we had this crisis in Syria. Well, the crisis is still going on, but you see how Canada quickly reacted and welcomed a lot of refugees. So from Syria, and then you saw how welcoming Canadian people were, and people from all around Canada. So I'm very happy that we are that way versus some other places where fear took over, where people, my goodness, really did not want to welcome anybody in their country. So I'm happy that Canada is really still, and even more so, more open-minded day after day, and more welcoming to people that are in need, and that Canadians are really, I'm proud to be Canadian today.
You know, it's funny in Canada. In America, people are called Italian Americans, Irish Americans, whatever. In Canada, we don't put that hyphen in here when people get here, do we?
That's funny that you're saying that. I was thinking the same thing some few weeks ago. That's true because we're Canadian, and then maybe it's because we're a country of immigrants and a country of immigration, and we value immigration, and we know that we're all from another place. We're all coming from abroad. It's just a matter of when did you come? When did your father come? When did your ancestors come the first time? But we're all coming from somewhere, and either we're Canadian or we're not. So I'm very happy that I'm very proud of my heritage. I'm Haitian Canadian, if I can put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I always say that I'm Haitian by birth and Canadian by choice.
Okay.
So, but I don't need to be reminded every day that I'm either Asian or Canadian, and I feel very happy that I'm just simply Canadian sometimes too. So it's very cool. And I don't know if it's a bad thing to have Italian Americans or African American or whatever. I don't know how bad it is or how good it is. Maybe it's a way for them to value their heritage. Maybe it's a totally good thing. The only thing I know I don't like it's the African American. I believe it's not the same as saying you're Haitian American. You're Haitian American is basically reminding people that, oh, I'm coming from Haiti. But saying that you're African American, it's really, I think, a way to say those people are from Africa. They're not from here. It's not the same when you identify the whole continent because you don't call people European American. You don't call them.
That's right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't quite like that term African American. I prefer to say Black American or whatever. But
But we don't do that
for
in
lack of a
Canada, do
better,
we? We don't.
for
We
lack
don't
of a
call them African Canadians.
No, we don't, and thank God. But for lack of a better term, I myself use it sometimes when I have to describe, Barack Obama or whatever. But I don't like it. I think it's derogatory. I think it's a way of saying that you're not from here. You're not from here. You're from another continent. You're not from America. You're African. So I would prefer Black American or something like that.
Okay. Now listen, if the world had a bad year last year, Fabienne Colas did not. I mean, again, Haiti en Folie was a major success in Montreal, and you took it on the road to New York City, right?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Actually, yeah. 2016 was amazing for us because at the Fabienne Colas Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to education in the arts and promoting cinema, art, and culture through diversity, we hold and created around 6 festivals in Haiti, in Canada, Montreal and Toronto, and then also in New York City this year. So we do the Montreal and the Toronto Black Film Festivals. We do a Quebec Film Festival in Haiti. We do a special program called Face to Black in Montreal.
You're
Bring Back
amazing.
History Month.
Where do you find this energy? Now, where does that energy come? Were you born this way? How do you do it?
But we also just so I don't leave too off the hook. We also do a festival about Haitian heritage called Haiti en Folie in Montreal. And then this year, of course, we took it to New York City because in New York City we have the second largest Haitian population from of the United States. So it made sense to just go to New York and then launch it. It was a major success. So it's really because of people like you who in the media who gave us a platform since the very beginning and who believed in what we were doing. It's because of thanks to people, the general audience, the public, that follows us, that come every time we do something. It thanks to the artists that trust us with their their art, with their products, with their singing or their films or whatever. It's thanks to our partners as well, who really support us day after day, year after year, and they never let us down. So we're very, very happy because we're going to kickstart of February with for Black History Month with the Toronto Black Film Festival and also Fade to Black in Montreal. So we're very, very happy and optimistic.
You're amazing. Okay, and listen, I looked on your website. Coming up in April, something called the Fabienne Colas Big USA Tour. Now, what is that?
That was in May 2016.
Oh, I thought it was last year. This year? No, it was okay. Forget the question. Forget the question.
No. But that's good. That's good though because that that made my year even more special. My 2016 because I had a film that I've done years ago called Minuit, Midnight, and that film was done in 2008, and so many people haven't seen it in the States, and the film is not on DVD nor on Netflix or anything. So people were asking for it, and then I decided to go on a tour and to stop in 4 cities in the USA, New York City, Boston, Miami, and West Palm Beach, and then to spread some diversity on screen, to share a piece of Quebec with people, a piece of Canada, because the film was shot here, and to talk about diversity and how they see that over there. And that was a good success, a major success. We had sold out theaters. So always constantly trying to push the envelope and to go further and to conquer new territories in order to spread diversity.
Okay. Now, last question. If you had a magic wand, and maybe you do, for all I know, because you're a magical person, what would, if you could wave it and wish for something in 2017, what would it be?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I would definitely ask. That's a tough question because I have so many wishes. I mean, I don't know where to start.
Well, you can get 3 wishes.
3. Okay, great. One thing I really would like 2017 to be special for us all in Canada because it's a great anniversary and we need to celebrate. I would like to feel that we're even warmer, we're even more welcoming, and I'd like to feel that we are in a year of celebration. That's number 1,
okay,
especially more so for Montreal.
Okay.
And then number 2, I really would love diversity to be more present on screen in Canada because we've been talking about that for so long, and it somehow became a slogan in some TV networks or in some media. So I'd love it to go from being a slogan to really concrete actions when you will have more actors in the TV series or films, when we will have more anchors of color on TV, when you will have more journalists of color, when you will have more people represented everywhere, diversity represented everywhere on media at large, big television, cinema, or TV, whatever.
Okay. Third wish.
And then the third one, my goodness, the third one could be a more personal one. I am, my goodness. Whoa, I shouldn't be talking about that. But I'm starting, I'm at a point where I really would love to give back personally to my community, to give back because Canada and Montreal have given me so much. And I became a success. Now, today, I'm not only an artist, but a business owner, a successful entrepreneur. So I'm giving. I want to give back in 2017, and hopefully for the years to come, by transmitting what I've learned, all the tips and tools and how-tos and things like that, which is why I started my YouTube channels where I can give free videos to people and then answering the questions on how to launch their own business, their own projects, their business, their festivals, or whatever they want to do, they want to accomplish, where to start, how to start, and how they can achieve, they can do it, because sometimes people have tremendous great goals, but they're stuck because they don't know what's the best first step, and they think they need to have this major pile of money, big pile of money, or a lot of resources to start anything. No, I started with almost nothing. So I'm here to tell people that they don't need all that to start. They can start where they are with what they have, and on the way, people will come to them and will help, and then resources will be gathered. So to make a long story short, I'm preparing 2 things. I launched my YouTube channel, Fabienne Colas, Coles, FABIENNECOLAS. That's my YouTube channel where there's free videos and people can really learn some quick tips and stuff like that. And also, I'm going to prepare a complete program on how to launch your product or service or business and the necessary steps to follow. And then to do that, it's going to be on my website, FabienneColas.com.
Okay. Your wishes will be granted, Madame.
Oh, thank you, Ginny.
All right. Okay.
What is your best wish, Terry? What would be your best wish, your top wish for 2017?
My best wish is that people would find a way to deal with the anger that seems to be driving the world, to get rid of their resentment, to be able to live with the anger and not run away from it and let it dissipate and let it pass so that we can all take a few more steps toward living in peace with each other.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So more love in the world, more love.
That's right.
Great.
Less anger, more love.
Oh, that's fantastic. I guess everybody can relate to that, Terry.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah. And I definitely wish you the best 2017, the best year ever in 2017. And may love surround you and keep surrounding you. And you're doing a great job too, Terry. Hang in there.
Thanks, kiddo. You too.
Thank you.
Bye, Fab.